Why? Yo, this is a scene for Secrets of the Golden Dawn. Hi. It is a classic World of Darkness joint. And so this poor darling pack, the Night Riders, their packmate is dying. Um yes, I love you. What? Um so their packmate's kind of dying, and they're very extremely concerned. Rafi has called them to figure this out because he's sick and he has the flu and he's not recovering. All the other Garu who've had flu, let that sink the fuck in, have been on the mend. This one, he's not. So Rafi has called them to his clinic. And he's kind of leaning up against the wall, rubbing his neck, looking at Victor, who is very much on supportive care here. And it looks like he doesn't know what to do. He's just kind of like, he's got his hand over his mouth, rubs back of his neck, and he'll just look at Veronica.
Veronica's very pissed that one of her packmates is this bad.
I have run every test I can. He'll lick his lips. I put him on Tamiflu.
Theo raises a finger and then he looks over at Rafi and he'll say, "Have you tried a clarity spirit?"
Yes. There is something that Theo notices. Around the room, there are spirits, little spirits. You think they're spirits at first, but then you realize they're not spirits. They are the beings of dream.
Ew.
More specifically, they're a spirit that your character has learned about recently, but you've only just kind of learned about, called Nervosa.
Okay. His eyes will widen. And he's like, you'll see like Theo looking in like directions in the room.
Veronica looks at him with a raised eyebrow and says through Packlink, "What is it?"
These are Nervosa, I think.
What is that?
Head. What's that? He's kind of like looking around like he can't see it himself.
It's like a malevolent spirit in the dreaming? He says, looking around at the things.
So you're saying we need a fae?
Yes.
Okay.
Someone,
that's your department, Theo.
Someone told me that there was a doctor. His name is Milo Gray, Dr. Milo Gray. He's something called a slua. And with Rafi, he says, I'm sorry, with Victor, this close to death, he may be able to help. I feel like I'm missing something on his he'll look over his stuff again. I feel like I'm missing something and I can't put my finger on it.
Would I be able to roll Garu lore and see if there's anything with that family?
It's the Konietzkos. So you don't have to roll Garu lore, it's just your own family.
Okay, so would I know any medical stuff that
No.
sometimes that happens?
But I've asked for Dr. Gray to come and give his opinion on the matter. And I'm just
Okay.
waiting for him.
Well, sounds like we have a Fae coming, so there's that. I guess we should patiently wait.
He'll just lean his head back up against the wall, like, why, God, why?
Um,
And a few minutes later, Milo will get there.
He's too polite to just walk in. He's gonna knock.
So Rafi comes to the door and he opens it and then he full stop and blinks.
Nick, what are you doing here?
Huh?
Nick. You
Rafi shakes his head and it's like, what's your name? You'll say to Milo.
Yeah, Bailey furrows his brow like he holds his hand up to his head.
He'll smile, and you notice his voice is at a whisper. I am not going to whisper because you wouldn't be able to hear me.
No. Oh God.
He sticks his tiny little hand out and goes, Dr. Milo Gray.
You are precious. I'm so sorry. Don't get mad at me. This fucking barren man just says.
He smiles and goes, no, it's okay. My boyfriend tells me all the time.
You have a boyfriend? Oh, that's so cute. Okay,
He'll smile
He's
and
lying in the
nod
room.
and go, yes, his name is Louis. And he walks in.
Door, like, come in.
He will walk in.
Not to make this awkward, but speaking of boyfriends, you look like mine.
You said it.
Like, not a little bit. Like, wow.
Like pretty much exactly, except you're much shorter than he is.
You're like a full foot shorter than him, but yeah.
Close enough you could be his twin.
Mhm.
Well, I am adopted, so it's possible.
My boyfriend has a mini-me. Dr. Gray? Help say her friend, please. Just point at the fucking almost dead guard. Like, help!
Yeah.
He walks over and he looks and then looks back at Rafi. He's alive.
I know. I paperwork over to him. Like, please, just look at it.
But I'm a dead people doctor.
You know, and he's really close, but I need you to just look over the paperwork and I just help.
He starts looking.
He'll lean up against the wall again and just kind of look up.
He stares at the paperwork for a little bit, flipping through some things. He has the flu?
Yes, that part I've got. But he's not recovering from it at all.
He walks over to Victor and starts looking him over physically, doing like a full physical exam.
Could it have something to do with the Nervosa in the room?
He kind of looks around and goes, "Oh, good. I thought I was going crazy again."
Yeah, Milo does see them, and they're basically nightmare, sickness nightmare, essentially. Fevered dreams and just kind of insanity.
I don't know. I'm kind of new to the whole me thing, so I'm not exactly sure how they work.
Oh. Well, I guess we're the same in that. I have no clue what they really are. I just know their name.
As long as they stay over there, Rafi says. So yeah, basically, yeah.
So he continues to look at him, does a full physical exam, lifts up shirt, does everything, notices something, makes a face, looks back at the paper, looks back at Victor, looks back at the paper, and goes, yeah, that'll do it. He lifts up his arm, and you can see like little marks on his skin. And he looks at Rafi and points, skin lesions. And his T cells are low.
Rafi will come over and look. He'll take the paperwork and he'll look at it. Like he'll flip a couple of pages in and look. Oh, fuck. How the hell did I miss that?
You were so focused on him having the flu. It's an easy thing to miss. I mean, well, not easy, but if you're focused, sorry, I ramble. He needs medicine for that. That's the only thing that's gonna help.
How the fuck? He'll swallow and look at Veronica.
Has anyone
I heard something about the skin and what else?
Yeah, Rafi will look at him and look at Veronica and rub his face.
Has anyone come in contact with his blood or bodily fluids recently?
He got divorced recently, was married.
I would recommend that you call that person and make sure that they are tested. Anyone else he could have come in contact with.
I mean, I've been following protocol, but... And he'll look at Veronica. Your packmate has HIV. That's
She just
why
has
he's
a
not getting better. He kind of leans against the wall, like, oh, I really don't know how to compute this. I didn't think Gar could get that. This is... he'll shake his head.
Is Victor's phone around?
Yeah.
She gives a look at Rafi if she's allowed to take his phone.
Dean's not gonna fucking stop her.
She looks for the one that's called Daddy. And Texas.
Okay, yeah.
This
good
is
job.
this is Victor's Pack Alpha. Call me when you get this. Serious. Inserts number in text.
So Liam gets a text.
Lindsay, you there?
Out of game, it probably sucks that I have to do this, but
Yes.
it's like
Who's getting a text? Liam?
Liam.
Okay.
Daddy
Liam gets
with
a text.
capital D.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, Liam got a text basically saying, call me as soon as you get this.
The text was, this is Victor's Pack Alpha. When you get, I need you to contact me. This is an emergency. And I put my number down.
Yeah, so Liam calls immediately. Because Victor is still his son.
And she picks up.
Hello, what's wrong? What's going on?
Unfortunately, where we are, there have been some gyro that have been getting sick with the flu. But we recently learned that Victor has HIV.
What?
Do you want me to hand you to a doctor to tell you about this?
He nods his head, even though you can't hear him doing that. He's just kind of in shock, like, I.
Gives it to Rafi.
Rafi, take it. Oh, hi, Liam.
Out of game,
Hi.
it's better this way.
How are you?
I've been better.
Just making conversation. So your son.
Uh-huh.
Did anyone tell you to stick in the first place? I've been busy.
No. No one did.
Okay, wow. So your son has the flu and has not been recovering, and we've recently, because of the help of an ally, realized he has tested positive for HIV, and it's why he's probably not recovering.
Okay.
I realize at this point in time there's nothing that you can probably do, though I would recommend that you come in and
I have resist toxin, so I probably don't, but I'll get tested anyway.
I'd still get tested because apparently, well, I just go get tested. It was good talking to you. We should catch up coffee sometime. Hold on. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, bye. Hang up.
Liam hangs up and he stares at his phone. And he puts it to his forehead and he just sits there, cries for a minute.
So Rafi looks at them like, okay, I am completely out of my goddamn depth and I don't know what to do.
I personally think that something else is involved if Guru are getting sick. Something is lowering our immune system.
Yeah, that's not normal.
Okay. This is not a hold on. That thing. But what? So Milo, something occurs to you. While everyone is talking, you notice So Bailey's talking, and Veronica's talking, Theo's talking, everybody's talking to each other, and you realize there's one person sitting in the room that no one, and there's Saul. Saul's there too. I just don't have his own layout.
So is
But
Lena.
there's another person. There is another person in there, and Petra's there too. There's another person that's in the room that no one is talking to, and then Milo realizes it's because it's a ghost. There is a spirit, a ghost in the room.
He'll look at the ghost and like just kind of stare, and then kind of under his, well, not under his breath because everything he says is a whisper, he goes, I'm like, goddamn Melinda Gordon.
He, like the man will kind of look over to him and furrow his brow, like confused.
He'll kind of just stare for a little bit longer and then go, sorry, really horrible show reference. Yeah.
He'll say softly, I'm just worried about my son.
Oh, you're his dad?
Oh, he'll nod his hair.
What's your name?
Did I say he'll nod? Did I say he nodded his hair?
Yeah, you did.
Yes, you did.
I was just gonna let it go.
He nods all of it, but
I assume Theo like notices he's talking to the thin air, like because his godly amounts of perception.
Yes, he does notice he's talking to something.
So
Theo just kind of eyes it.
What's your name?
Pietro. I'll say soft.
I'm sorry?
He says his name is Pietro.
Peter? Like Spider-Man?
Like, okay, yeah, he'll nod.
Oh,
I have a picture
cool.
I can put up of him.
I don't know what to tell you. It's completely wrong.
I'm just afraid that my son is going to join me, he says softly. The shadows are where they're coming from. They touched his shadow. He touched his shadow.
Who touched his shadow?
He furrows his brow. I don't know what it was. It was another shadow. It touched his shadow, Veronica's.
And it made them sick?
He'll nod.
Theo hears it made them sick. He's just like his eyes kind
Tio
of
don't
widen.
hear. Tio don't hear nothing. This is a ghost. The
No,
Squawk can see it.
Milo said that,
Oh, that's true.
and he has godly amounts of hearing, so his eyes widen.
If that made him sick, is there a way to make them unsick?
He'll shake his head no.
So they'll die?
I don't know if he's going to die or not. But that is what is making the Garus sick. There is a shadow touching them. I noticed that it went to touch someone else, but he couldn't. He was... I don't know why he couldn't.
Who did he try to touch?
He'll furrow his brow. The one who is the fairy wolf. The fairy wolf's brother. The one who leads the sept, the alpha. He tried to touch him and he couldn't.
He kind of looks confused, but he notices Theo watching him, and he looks and asks, "What's a fairy wolf?"
Theo blinks and he's
Veronica
like,
looks.
"You mean my papa?"
And he'll point to the blank space in front of him. I thought this was your dad. Wait, no, his dad. Wait, somebody's dad. He just looks so confused.
He tried to touch the fairy wolf's brother, the leader of the sept. When he couldn't, he touched his lover.
Oh,
And he became ill.
okay. So
He seemed to recoil from his scarf.
his scarf.
He'll nod.
Okay, so he looks back at Theo. Tried to touch the fairy wolf's brother, but couldn't because of a scarf.
He narrows his eyes. He's like, "You mean a meal? Okay, but couldn't touch his scarf."
Who couldn't touch it?
The shadow. There's a shadow touched someone named Veronica and the sick man, and that's why they got sick.
I have a question then.
Mm-hmm.
If it couldn't touch a meal, maybe it's because he has fey blood.
I want to know why the shadow's touching people and doing that.
I don't know why it's doing that, but
Scarf.
the scarf? We could ask Emil. But a seer got sick. Did he go after a seer after he couldn't touch a meal?
I don't know. He looks back at the ghost.
He'll nod.
Yes.
Okay. So something's attacking the Guru that... Okay, the only explanation I think of is we need to talk to Emil.
Milo just looks at them and shrugs. That seems logical.
The ghost will look as if he has any more questions for him.
He'll look back. Did you notice anyone else get touched?
A few others.
Who?
He'll name a couple of random members of the Sept. I'll guard. Like,
Okay.
there's two more. It's Lucas is one of them, the cub. And just like one of the other.
Okay.
They both had the flu. Not a game.
He'll relay it back.
Theo's like, well, I guess the ones who haven't been sick already, they need to be checked out. If that's okay, Rafi.
Come on.
And Veronica, I suppose we should go see Emil?
Yeah, we should.
Rafi will say, perhaps it's best if Dr. Gray goes with you for right now.
I agree. He's the only one who seems to be able to see spirits that I cannot see.
If he's willing to go, of course.
I have a body in the morgue, but it's not like it's going anywhere.
That's a healthy way of looking at it. He'll nod.
I mean, if it did go anywhere, then I guess it would be kind of like we're playing Resident Evil or something all of a sudden.
Yeah, we have a way bigger problem if it goes anywhere.
He does jazz hands and goes, "I'm the apocalypse."
Rafi laughs.
Out of game, you know he's precious. Shush.
He is so precious. Rafi looks at Bailey, by the way, and kind of touches his arm.
Yeah, he's just been kind of lost in thought.
Hey.
He looks up.
You're so quiet. What's wrong? I mean, obviously.
I'm just worried about Victor.
Why don't Petra will kind of like wrap around an arm around Lita and motion to Saul and say, why don't the three of us stay here with him and you guys go do this? Petra will say softly.
Bailey nods.
That way Saul can urge anything and Lita can beat anything and I can just be beautiful. I'll say.
Okay.
So your characters go off to find Emil?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, he is actually in his office at the moment. So your characters walk into his office, and for a moment, Bill will spot Milo and blink, confused, and he shakes his head, realizing he's way shorter. Just let that one roll off.
This is Nick's twin brother, Theo says.
Oh, not accepting that. Whatever.
I have a brother?
Let's just go with it. It's the best explanation.
He'll look at Milo and he'll say, Bonjour. I am Emil Rose. I am the alpha of this city.
The what?
Okay, come on. I am the leader of these people.
Oh, okay.
You're so precious. They'll just say.
So people keep saying.
Did
Lita
by the way-
grins.
So he's kind of sitting at the desk and he'll smile at them. What can I do for you?
Do you have a scarf that you always wear, Emil?
I have several, but shrug. I
Milo, could you explain it? You were the one who talked to.
There was a ghost who said he was the sick man. His name's Victor, right?
Theo nods. Yes.
Said he was Victor's father, Peter, I think. Yeah, Peter, or something close to it. He had an accent. He waves his hand like it's not important. He told me that there's a shadow and it tried to touch the fairy wolf's brother but couldn't because of a scarf.
he'll go.
Like that's pretty much it.
He'll go to his coat rack and he'll dig out his scarf and he'll drop it on the desk. It's like a gauzy scarf, not like a heavy scarf. It's red. It's very beautiful. Just a very beautiful, solid red scarf. This is the scarf I have been wearing for about 2 weeks now.
Pretty.
Theo kind of just inspects it, looking at it.
So, you guys can make me occult rolls.
Yes.
And Milo can make one too, if you want.
Intelligence or
someone
wits?
Wits occult. I will look at Milo's.
We're all making that roll?
Yes, there is enough information
Okay.
here now that you could put something together.
Sweet.
Dice roller 1.
Yes, please. Do you guys have, by the way, the Discord for this game?
No,
You guys
do.
have-
I do.
I don't.
The link for it is in the description to the game, my dear.
No successes.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna spend a willpower too.
So it's
Word.
golden. This campaign's called Golden Dawn, right?
Remind me super quickly because I'm drawing a blank. They don't have a cult. What's their equivalent? It's Greymare, right?
It's Greymare, yeah.
Greymare, yes.
Okay, yeah.
But I got 2 successes with the willpower. That
Can
one.
somebody roll me 4 dice for Milo?
Yes. R4D10.
What were you saying, by the way?
I found it. I'm
okay.
just looking for the Discord link.
2 successes, the same as me.
I believe the Discord link is in the description. If it's not, then I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I'm not finding it. I'm at the
Give me
discussion
1
areas.
second. Oh, you know what would help if I had Discord on this fucking computer?
Right?
Can somebody give him a link? Because I don't have Discord on this computer. Is what it is. I've been using it on my phone. Why has my husband messaging me at this time?
Give me just a second. I'm gonna turn on my dryer real quick.
How
Seconds
about
up.
one of you roll it for Veronica for the moment, and then in a minute I'll do the Discord thing because
Okay, it's 3
Have it.
dice, and I'm spending a willpower.
yes. Would you mind rolling it, Lindsay?
How many dice?
3.
3.
And then 1 willpower is being spent, so.
I'll roll for Heather.
Thank
You got
you, Lindsay.
4 successes plus the willpower.
Good
So
lord.
3 plus the willpower. So
Lord Almighty.
Grandfather Thunder hears my
but I didn't
desire
get
for an
anything.
answer.
I didn't get anything for Lita. There's the Discord link.
Thank you. You know why I succeed? Because Grandfather Thunder says so.
Where did you roll, Kim's?
Same dice roller. 1.
Oh, okay.
See?
Yes, I see it, I guess.
I rolled on the wrong dice roller, but Milo, like I rolled in the wrong game.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Milo, I'm the ST, whatever. Milo has 3.
Oh, okay. I rolled for Milo because you said to roll for him.
Oh, you did. What? I'm sorry. What did Milo get then?
Give him 3 because I had 2.
Word. Okay, Milo and Lita. No, I'm sorry, Veronica.
Mm-hmm.
You are aware type of so this is what Milo knows, and this is very like he just learned this shit. There is a type of fairy called an atria, and they spread sickness. They are the nightmares, basically, of sickness. They work through shadow, and they are repelled by the color red. They can't work their magic on people who are wearing very strong things of red. You are aware that what changeling are, the Canaan are, to the Tuatha De Danann, like their like little family thing, basically. They're called a dean, and they're like to Fomorians.
Oh God.
Like they're the basically kind of like the children of the dark ones, the nightmares, basically. So this is a being of nightmare, essentially, that is making people sick.
At this point, she's tempted to use Dream Speak on Victor.
And what did
Oh,
Theo
Lord.
get for 2 successes?
That he got that it was an atria. That there's he remembers hearing about atria.
She mentions in the pack link it's the color red. Some type of spirit.
Well, more. It's actually not a spirit. It is a being like changelings. They are a type of changeling. They're just not Canaan like Puka, stuff like that. Like she knows that they're of a different type. But they are like there is a person running around that is one of these things.
So people with my sight should be able to identify him.
The color red happens to stop the shadow.
So get everybody to wear bright red. He laughs.
Not a bad
It'll be a
idea.
fashion statement.
Well, it's not a bad idea, at least until whoever finds who it is, and better safe than sorry.
Emil
I
will
have-
actually nod at that, and he'll.
Well, you know my closet, Emil. It's filled with vibrant red colors, so.
He'll say and shake his head. But he actually will send out word for the members of the Sept and all the Garu and shifters to put red into their wardrobe for the time being. So he'll work on that for a moment.
I guess this is something that we need to bring up and work with the Fae with. He looks at Milo.
I really don't know that much. Should probably he starts wiping his hands on his pants because he's nervous. It'd probably be better to speak with Luke. He knows more.
I mean, I could talk to my papa as well. My other papa, I mean.
You'll
He is a
lean
count.
in and say, "Can I just point out?" Okay, thank you. Emil just nods. Your father is a Puka.
Yes.
I'll nod.
I have a Puka as a father and a She as a father.
Oh, what?
You must be very new to the society, Emil says. There's nothing wrong with that. I appreciate your help, Lafa.
Just was my morgue 2 weeks ago, and a ghost tried to eat me.
You just wow face.
Boom! I'm like this, and I can't talk anymore, and my cat doesn't like me anymore.
He blinks. I'm sorry. That sounds like an adjustment. No, not.
Yep. It's like going through puberty again, except this time I'm 30.
You don't look a day over 21.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah. More like 18. He raises a finger.
Theo, shut up. He just God, he sighs.
Yeah. That happens, I guess.
I know you probably wouldn't want to talk all day, but I think I could listen to you talk all day if you wanted to. Oh, not. Like, I want you to read me the books with Peter Cottontail. I'll say. Or the Little Prince. I'll just shrug.
Would you want it in English or the original French? Because my French is kind of terrible, but I can read it.
Ah, but I will say, Mommy. He squeeze.
Okay. I guess after we figure out what's going on, yeah, I can do that.
He does not. Why not? So he'll look at Veronica. Are you planning on fixing this?
What did he ask? How am I
How do you
fitting?
plan on fixing it?
Well, gotta go to my pack members' sleep, because that's what's attacking them in their nightmares, but out of game, I'm sorry, I was trying to get the link open in Discord, and
No,
it's
no,
being a
it's
dingus, so I missed some of the details.
Dingus. There is no details. You haven't missed anything. It's fine.
But mostly I want to know why the shadow spirit specifically targeting who they are.
But you say it's not a spirit. He'll shake his head. He'll just rub his face. Why me? You know, my boyfriend he has been sick for a week. Oh my god. Shake his head. I'm so happy to take care of him. But if he spends one more day sick, ugh, he just growls.
Are you going to kill him? Lita says.
I don't have life insurance in my name for him.
Fair enough.
I had to change the policy. Then I will kill him.
Milo starts giggling. Is he sick? Can he reach the remote?
I had to hold his hair while he threw up.
Oh, okay. No, please don't. No. Mm-mm.
His hair is not longer than mine. We have the same hair. And you know what he says to me when I point out to him we have the same hair? Give it back.
Just no vomit talk. Mm-mm.
No. I'll shake his head. Wait, I thought you were a doctor.
I work with people who don't vomit.
Or a morgue.
Because they're dead.
Don't you have to dissect bodies?
Yeah, but there are gloves and masks and all sorts of things involved, and in all, it's actually a pretty sterile environment, simply for the fact that there are so many protocols that I have to follow in order to prevent the spread of disease. So I'm safe there.
You could literally say anything you wanted to, and it's so cute. How the fuck? He just looks confused.
He'll lean in like super close to him.
Johnny?
No, I gotta hear what he's saying.
Okay.
Anything? I could say anything. He's looking for a yes or a no on this.
Well, nod.
Moist.
What the fuck?
Lita cringes. Like, why? Why?
Out of game, that hurt me so much.
Oh.
Out of game, I was hoping you'd say herpes.
Oh god.
That worked. That's like the one word that I just can't get past. Like it.
He blinks.
He stays really close and he goes, squeegee.
Okay, that one's not as bad.
Can you say squeaky?
Squeegee, the thing that you use to wipe water off.
No, say the squeaky. Squeaky. No. I can't say this word. I don't know how to say it. But the little animal.
You got robotic.
Point, like. He'll say, the little animal with the fluffy tail.
A squirrel.
Not you. Look at her, like, not you.
Oh.
Out of game, Emil's not German.
French have trouble with it too.
Yep, they do.
A squirrel.
I can't say that word. School.
Squirrel.
Skull. Skull. Girl.
I can't say I can't say the spice that people put on toast with sugar.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Scared. Scared.
Good.
Not mouse. Merde. It's not mouse. I just say not mouse. No, just shake his hand.
Because Veronica's concerned, she's going to use Dream Speak with Victor.
So let's talk about how that goes.
Oh boy.
She can't really get a pin on it because his fever is so high that his brain is basically cooking. So his dreams are kind of chaotic at the moment. It's really hard to even make sense of. I can't really describe it because it's that hard to make sense. It's basically like casting her brain into pure static.
Is something attacking him, or is it just like literally like TV static? You can't see anything.
Nope. It's just literally like there's nothing attacking him, but he's so fucked up right now that she just can't. He has fever dreams. It's chaos in there.
She's gonna try to talk to him.
There's static. There's dancing frog going, "Hello, my baby."
Kinda.
Well, the thing is, as her alpha, she's gonna do whatever it takes. She's not.
I'm thinking of that time. Do you believe in magic? What's that?
Oh hell.
I don't need two characters believing Veronica brings happiness and joy to their lives when she's going to kill people.
Right.
No. So it really is actually very much akin to. The only thing I can describe it as is she's basically dumped into a vortex of chaos, dark, swirling, shadowy flashes of. She can see flashes of regret, of pain, a lot of pain, both physical and emotional, fear, anxiety. There's a lot of Liam in there. And as she kind of pushes through and kind of digs into it, she finally sees him kind of curled up in the corner.
While she's pushing through, she's going to activate her lightning claws, but make sure that they're red, because lightning has different colors.
I mean, so people in the room see her activate her lightning claws. But so she'll push through, and she kind of sees him basically kind of sitting in the corner of like a room that's kind of surrounded in this chaos.
You need to fight this.
He'll look up. He kind of furrows his brow. But I lost my only reason to fight.
No, you are not allowed to die. I, as your alpha, have the right to tell you when you're allowed to live or die, and you have to live.
I'm so tired. I'm trying.
We are doing our end on this part. You are not dying on us. I know it's very difficult for you. Something is causing this. Some type of shadow did this to a variety of people. It's averted to the color red.
I just feel like I know it sounds stupid, but I feel like I don't want to go on.
She does Howl of Elation with Call of the Wild. She is not allowing him to move on. And as a child of Grandfather Thunder, you will live. Hold on, let me go to the... So stamina and empathy. 6. Nine, 8, 10. 1, 9, 8. So 4 successes. She's using Call of the Wild as an elation.
She basically sees that what's going on is that he feels he's lost Liam and has given up caring, that he didn't appreciate Liam when he had him. And now that he's lost him, he feels like there's no point in carrying on or going on.
Liam,
that's like what she sees around him, but he is listening to her. Like he's kind of trying to push those feelings aside.
You think this is bad for you? I had to call Liam about what's going on.
Don't blink.
He called me immediately.
Gets up. She does get a text from Ruff saying crashing, vitals very low.
You cannot die. And she does a pack link to Theo about what's going on with Victor. You are not allowed to die. As your alpha, I will not tolerate it. You have various people who want to see you. Liam. You need to fight this. And she puts the palm of her hands, but not her fingers, because she deactivates the lightning claws and gets a hold of them. Fight.
You said it's repelled by the color red, right?
Yes.
He'll nod and he'll step back and he'll kind of sit down and sit cross-legged. And he starts to think red, like blood. Red. And he starts kind of pushing red out.
And what she does while she's in the dream, she's thinking of a thunderstorm. And you know how, like, with some of them, you see electricity before it comes down? She's picturing it red.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he'll basically kind of push that out. Did you say that Liam was with him, by the way?
Yep. He is.
So Liam watched him start to crash, by the way, as in he was circling the drain, and Rafi was afraid he was going to die.
Oh, me dead.
And was
yeah.
starting he was starting resuscitation maneuvers.
So yeah, Liam would be just absolutely beside himself, booger crying in front of everybody there. Like,
well, admittedly, they are not there with him at the exact moment, but so yes, he'll push, he'll kind of, but he stabilizes, and he actually opens his eyes for a minute, and Liam notices that his eyes are red, and he just closes them again. But he is stable again, and he's actually breathing a little deeper than he was before.
So I take it she's out of the dream for now.
Before she goes, he'll say one thing. He whispers something. He says, Amir Chowdhury. And it stops. Like she's pushed out of the dream.
What does
I'll
he
write
say?
what he said.
Okay.
I'll write what he said.
Thank you. She mind links Lita, Petra, and Solenia about Victor.
Yeah, hold on, give me 1 second. I have to correctly get the name.
She mind links the pact there with Victor about how is he.
Yeah, so he passes. He said this to her before he stopped. That was the last thing he left her with before she dropped.
I'm gonna do Garulor, see if what that is, or unless I have to roll enigmas instead.
Okay, you can roll Garulor.
I think I got one success, if it's standard diff.
Nothing there. Nothing there, but you can roll enigmas too.
Okay. I'm spending willpower. I'm glad I did that. One success.
Your you put together that Atria are Indian. They're like Indian and like central, like that subcontinent area, Bangladesh, things like that.
So something about Theo and Bailey and Emil. Victor said this in his dream. And she pack links the other pack members about Victor's situation, like what's going on, like with his body. Hello? It's just really
Do we
quiet.
need to pause here and pick this up later?
I'm like wondering, why is it so quiet?
I'm here. I just have nothing to input because I'm now part of the pack, so I'm quiet.
He can't respond because he's mind linking.
But the other things I mentioned with the India, that message I mentioned out loud so Emil could hear it. Because I wasn't.
I don't know what Bailey actually like saw or knows, so I don't have anything to say.
Oh, I thought, didn't you mention what was going on with Victor's body?
Yes.
Right, but you said when Liam was in the room, they weren't in there, so.
Yes, but he is mind speaking with Lita and Theo.
Okay.
Okay.
So, what do we do?
Some type of shadow is causing this.
Do we need to kill it?
It avoids the color red.
Okay, so let me dress in bright red.
Veronica looks at Emil if she can have permission to text Raffi what she knows.
Of course.
All right. She texts Raffi what you told me about that shadow with her 4 success occult roll and the color red.
Okay, he'll start to move kind of red things into the room, hoping that helps.
And it's weird. He said something about a place in India, in Bangladesh.
Computer?
That was Victor's last words. I was talking to him in his dreams.
Okay. Lita furrows her brow.
If we're not back, someone needs to talk to Victor.
Bailey and Petra stay behind.
The people that were with Veronica when we were talking to Emil just notices like she's really not happy.
So, you guys have some things to go off on. Why don't we take a break here and pick this back up?
Okay.
All right.
So, thank you, players, for playing, and thank you, watchers, for watching. Bye.